Hey YouTubers, Mike Martins here with the Mike Martins channel. Guys, thanks for joining me and being here with me at the Canadian Tire parking lot here. Automotive slash home and garden store. Free plug for Canadian Tire. Anyways, guys, I'm here because I want to throw something out there. There's a really good article on Zero Hedge discussing the lack of American currency in Hong Kong. And everyone's converting their Hong Kong dollars into American currency, which is the thing to do usually. It happened in Argentina many times. It's happened many times in other countries where people or citizens are looking for a hedge against their depleting currency or evaporating currency, so to say, in Vancouver and Hong Kong. I get those mixed up all the time. You can see why. But Hong Kong, their currency it's not that it's weakening or anything, it's evaporating. And there's a huge issue because there's a huge takeover, and it's been happening for a while. It's going to happen for a while. Now, what happened was the law that they're passing in, this law that mainland China has been passing into Hong Kong has already been passed in Macau, Portuguese China. And that was passed many years ago. That law was passed about 10, maybe 9 years ago. Okay? So there was not a single rock thrown in Macau. There was not a single... So this gives me to say, looking at a conspiracy angle on things, maybe this is something to rile up the people. I don't know. But to be honest with you, I don't think nothing came of it when they passed the law in Macau 10 years ago. I think Portugal stepped up and said, hey, maybe this is not a good idea to do it so early. I think they did that, actually. The Portuguese stepped in and said, hey, you know what? But it was fine. It was like, no, just then 10 years later, the law that was passed in Macau, nothing really came to it. But what if that was a testing ground, Macau? Then kind of move it into Hong Kong and say, look, we did it in Macau, nothing happened. And then they start putting the pressure on. So anyways, let's go back to what's happening. So I got an email this morning from somebody that lives in Hong Kong, has been living in Hong Kong now for about 11 years, and he told me, hey, Mike, I've been watching you. I got to call in sometime. We're having a major issue here in Hong Kong, and a lot of people can't get money. So lo and behold, there's an article on Zero Hedge about it, and there's a couple of articles floating around social media. There you go. It's all over the place. Now, the dollar's evaporating. American dollars are evaporating. So he went to 4 different local currency exchange dealers, and all 4 of them said they should get a restock by Wednesday or Thursday of this week. Today's Monday morning. So people want to get their cash in flash, right? Now, let's go over to what's happening in the real estate market, okay? In the real estate market, there is a huge issue because there's an oversupply on the market right now in Hong Kong. So a lot of Hong Kongese trying to sell their properties off, or trying to get their properties on the market and get rid of it and move to Taiwan, Australia, Canada. A couple of countries are kind of bidding for wealthy investors. We know the Commonwealth is obviously going to be in there like a dirty suit. They're going to try their best to get in there as much as possible. But I kind of wanted to throw that out there. You're going to start seeing now, a lot of people in the comments are going to go, they should just be buying gold and silver right now to hedge against their inflation or their evaporating currency. Well, here's the deal with that. All the gold and silver dealers, 99% of them are closed. They're out of stock. There was one in a major mall there in Hong Kong. There was one bullion and silver and currency exchange. One of the biggest ones in Hong Kong is in like a big mall, and one of the biggest malls they have. Sorry, and he's been closed now. He's been closed since last week. So that's what Buddy was telling me. Is like it's hard to get your currency out of an evaporating currency. See, Hong Kong isn't going into hyperinflation mode. Hong Kong isn't going into instability, currency crisis mode where they're seeing stagnation or any of that. No, Hong Kong is seeing an evaporation of their currency. Their currency is becoming, they're losing faith in their currency, right? Because they're losing faith in their government, right? Then you start to see a runoff on people not taking their currency out, but converting their currency into another currency. So usually in the United States, when you have a runoff on the banking system, is when people lose faith in the governments. But hold on, and their banking system, okay, but they don't convert their money from American money to, let's say, Chilean peso. they keep it in American funds. So here it is, guys. I just wanted to throw this out there. I kind of wanted to touch base with you guys and kind of see where you guys feel about this. You're seeing it happen all the time. Currency does not need to go into hyperinflation mode, so to say, or go into crisis mode for it to be converted into another currency or into a precious metal. So you're seeing this they're calling it a hostile takeover. They're calling it they're just saying basically that I guess I don't know, man. I don't know if the mainstream media, I don't trust the mainstream media. I don't know if they're trying to push that out there, that narrative, because I know Canada flipped the script. They flipped the script and they went from pro-China communism to what are you doing to Hong Kong? Because now with China's capital flow is going to be zero by August 2020. People will be allowed to take out what they're going to need to spend on vacation. Yeah, that car. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Look forward to reading your comments. Guys, don't forget to set your reminders for Trends in the Housing Market, where we talk basically economic trends in the housing market all over the Commonwealth and how it's affecting. We'll be touching on Hong Kong and what's happening with their property markets down there too, or out there too. Thanks for watching, guys. Big hug.